to judge
The
him.
reason that I feel keen tonight to hold you to account is that, as we heard in that documentary, you were a big player, a giant mouthpiece for literally stirring, or, if I may, shit-stirring the pot. Ooh, Harry and Meghan are bigger than Kate and William. Ooh, that's going to destabilise things. Ooh, let's just throw in a match and watch it blow up. That's what you did. You're like the kid with his finger in the dye, waiting, wiggling till the flood comes.
Calm down, Tessa.
I'm not...
Hey, beautiful people, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening from wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome to Daily Diaries Friday, the channel where every story sparks inspiration and every moment is a vibe. If you're here for the ride, please subscribe, smash the like button, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Share this with your favorite people, and let's create a community full of excitement and good energy. Got something to say? Drop it in the comments, so buckle up because today's story is one you won't want to miss. Let's dive in, squaddies. In a searing critique that cuts through the media noise, Tessa Dunlop has publicly lambasted Piers Morgan for his relentless and seemingly pathological obsession with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Her pointed remarks lay bare the uncomfortable truth of Morgan's vendetta, which has transformed from mere commentary into a sustained personal crusade against the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. With razor-sharp insight, Dunlop exposes Morgan's repeated attacks as less about journalistic scrutiny and more about a deeply personal, almost vindictive pursuit that reveals more about Morgan's own psychological complexities than any genuine concern for royal protocol or public interest. Her commentary strips away the veneer of Morgan's professional posturing, revealing a media personality whose continuous bombardment of Harry and Meghan seems driven by an increasingly irrational compulsion that undermines serious journalistic discourse. In a scathing critique that has set media circles abuzz, television presenter Tessa Dunlop has publicly lambasted Piers Morgan for his seemingly uncontrollable fixation on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Her sharp observations highlight Morgan's disproportionate and almost compulsive coverage of the royal couple, suggesting that his relentless commentary goes far beyond legitimate journalism and borders on a personal vendetta. With surgical precision, Dunlop has called out Morgan's obsession, implying that his continuous stream of criticisms and commentary about Harry and Meghan reveals more about his own psychological preoccupations than any substantive media analysis. Piers Morgan's coverage of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle has been nothing short of a journalistic witch hunt, transforming legitimate reporting into a personal vendetta that exposes the most toxic underbelly of British media culture. With a laser-focused obsession that borders on pathological, Morgan has scrutinized the couple's every public and private movement, wielding his media platforms like a surgical instrument designed to dissect and dismember their reputation. His reporting drips with a venomous, highly critical tone that goes far beyond objective journalism, instead revealing a deeply personal animosity that fuels accusations of hypocrisy and calculated double standards. Morgan's relentless narrative seems less about factual reporting and more about a calculated campaign to undermine the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, using his considerable media influence to paint them as duplicitous characters in a drama of his own making. Tessa Dunlop pulls no punches in her scathing assessment of Piers Morgan's royal coverage, arguing that his relentless pursuit of Harry and Meghan represents nothing more than a personal vendetta masquerading as journalism. With razor-sharp insight, she contends that Morgan's obsessive reporting not only trivializes the media landscape but deliberately diverts attention from more pressing global narratives that genuinely merit public scrutiny. Her critique cuts deep, suggesting that a journalist of Morgan's profile should be leveraging his platform to illuminate substantive issues rather than engaging in what amounts to little more than sensationalist character assassination of the Sussex royal couple. The scathing critique levelled by Tessa Dunlop against Piers Morgan ignited a broader conversation about media ethics and royal reporting, transforming what initially seemed like a personal vendetta into a significant discourse on journalistic boundaries. Her pointed remarks exposed the relentless media circus surrounding Harry and Meghan, revealing how public fascination can quickly devolve into a toxic narrative that blurs the lines between legitimate reporting and sensationalism. The controversy sparked intense debates about the appropriate limits of public interest, with many questioning whether the continuous scrutiny of the royal couple serves any meaningful purpose beyond generating inflammatory headlines. This saga has starkly illuminated the polarizing nature of modern media coverage, where personalities like Meghan can wield disproportionate influence, turning personal opinions into seemingly credible commentary that shapes public perception of complex personal narratives. In response to Dunlop's scathing critique, Meghan mounted a robust defense of his journalistic approach, vehemently asserting that his coverage of Harry and Meghan was not only legitimate, but critically important to the public discourse. With his trademark combative style, he dismissed Dunlop's accusations as shallow and uninformed, arguing that she fundamentally misunderstood the nuanced context of his reporting. Meghan remained unbowed and unapologetic, declaring emphatically that he would continue to scrutinize and comment on the royal couple's actions regardless of the mounting criticism from his detractors. His unwavering commitment to what he perceives as holding public figures accountable was clear, promising his audience that his commentary would remain unflinching and direct, irrespective of potential pushback from those who challenge his perspective. The media's relentless coverage of the royal family continues to spark heated debate, with commentators like Piers exemplifying the controversial intersection of public fascination and personal intrusion. The fundamental question remains, where should the line be drawn between legitimate public interest and invasive sensationalism? Meghan's notorious obsession with Harry and Meghan represents a particularly charged example of how media personalities can transform royal narratives into personal crusades, blurring ethical boundaries and potentially causing significant emotional harm to the individuals at the center of these stories. While the royal family has always existed in a complex relationship with public scrutiny, the modern media landscape has intensified this dynamic, creating a challenging environment where privacy seems increasingly impossible and every personal detail becomes potential headline fodder. Tessa Dunlop emerges as a formidable figure in British media, distinguished by her deep-rooted expertise and measured approach to royal reporting. With a career spanning journalism and broadcasting, she has consistently demonstrated a nuanced understanding of British historical and contemporary royal dynamics that sets her apart from more sensationalist commentators. Her credentials are not merely academic, but built on years of meticulous research and thoughtful analysis, earning her respect across media circles for an approach that prioritizes balanced insight over inflammatory rhetoric. Unlike some of her more provocative contemporaries who thrive on controversy, Dunlop brings scholarly precision and journalistic integrity to her commentary, particularly when discussing the complex narratives surrounding the British royal family. In the tumultuous world of media punditry, Piers stands as a lightning rod of controversy, notorious for his unabashedly provocative and polarizing commentary. His reputation precedes him, a larger-than-life personality who thrives on pushing boundaries and generating heated public discourse, often at the expense of nuanced objectivity. Critics have long accused Meghan of wielding his media platform with a blatant bias, transforming serious discussions into theatrical performances designed to maximize shock value and viewer engagement, whether dissecting royal family dynamics or launching verbal broadsides against public figures. Meghan's approach is unapologetically combative, transforming journalism into a high-stakes arena of personal opinion where subtlety takes a back seat to sensationalism. This inflammatory style has made him a deeply divisive figure, simultaneously admired by those who appreciate his blunt candor and vilified by those who see him as a provocateur, more interested in generating controversy than facilitating meaningful dialogue. The ongoing saga of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle continues to cast a long, complicated shadow over the British royal family, with each media revelation threatening to further destabilize an institution already struggling to maintain its centuries-old facade of unity. Their very public departure and subsequent critiques have exposed deep-seated vulnerabilities within the royal hierarchy, leaving palace officials perpetually on edge about potential reputation damage. The relentless media scrutiny, fueled by personalities like Piers Morgan, who seem pathologically obsessed with dissecting every nuance of the couple's narrative, has transformed what was once a private family matter into a global spectacle. While the monarchy attempts to project an image of stoic resilience, the underlying tensions, generational differences, racial dynamics and conflicting interpretations of royal duty simmer just beneath the surface, creating an unprecedented challenge for an institution historically defined by its ability to present an unbreakable, monolithic front to the world. As the dust settles on recent high-profile media confrontations, the landscape of royal reporting stands poised at a critical juncture. The ongoing tension between public figures and journalists, exemplified by provocative personalities like Piers Morgan, suggests an increasingly volatile future where the boundaries of responsible reporting and sensationalism become ever more blurred. With public interest in royal narratives showing no signs of waning, media outlets will likely continue to navigate the delicate balance between legitimate journalism and invasive speculation, testing the limits of what constitutes newsworthy coverage versus unwarranted intrusion into personal lives. The emerging battleground will demand a nuanced approach that respects individual privacy while still satisfying the public's insatiable curiosity about high-profile personalities, ultimately challenging journalists to redefine their ethical standards in an age of instantaneous global communication. And that's a wrap, squaddies. Thanks for watching and being part of this amazing journey. You guys are the best and I love you all. Your support means the world to me. If you had a good time, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're the first to catch our next adventure. Drop your thoughts, questions, or even just a quick hello in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Share this with your friends, your family, or anyone who could use a little inspiration. Until next time, stay awesome, stay motivated, stay safe, and keep shining. Catch you later, squaddies.